Jai Guru. Welcome, dear devotees, listeners, seekers for life, searching of the truth. Shanti Mantra. Welcome, everybody. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Va Jyotir Gamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Mother, take us from unreal to real, from darkness of ignorance to wisdom of light. Take us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome, everyone. Today we are on this journey to take you across of the seeker of perfection from within. Seeker from perfection in this world. This world, this universe, there's tremendous energy all around in this world. And yet, we are not. And we are suffering away, being limited, encased. We have given ourselves a name, a body, and a form. This unleashing the human potential, limited sense to infinite sense. Not mere words. This unleashing the human potential is not reaching a peak, like reaching Mount Everest or reaching the top $1 million or crorepati ka kaun bani, kaun banega crorepati. It is not that. It is a kind of a journey, a trajectory. This is time, energy on which you create events through your life. Time and energy. Now, our life is, if you look carefully, accommodation of this time and energy in which time is rolling away continuously. If you sleep, the time goes away. If you sit, the time goes away. If you eat, the time goes away. If you do something, time goes away. If you don't do something, time goes away. If you're happy, time goes away. If you're not happy, miserable, time goes away. The time is apparently rolling by for everyone. Now, what is available in energy? And it is the energy which is available to us, which is this universe. That universe and this me. Aham Brahmasmi. You all are well-traveled Brahmin now, Brahmas Jnani. Now, if you just bring your energy to a certain level, you can do things in 1 year which other people will do it in 10 years. In other words, if you live for 100 years, you would live equivalent to 1,000 years of life. Now you understand ancient rishis is to live for 1,000 years and how effective they were. A human being is being impactful meaning creating events, creating stir in life, making scene, is being conscious. How conscious you are, have you become? And because if you are in compulsive cycle, rolling away with the life the way events happen like in an animalistic fashion, then your energy just gets wasted. But how conscious you are, if you observe, most people today, by doctor's prescription, sleeps 8 hours a day. 1/3 of the day is gone. Another 2 to 3 hours goes away in eating, sleeping, washing up, taking shower, washing the toilet, visiting the toilet. It just eats away. Half the day is gone. In other words, half our life is gone. This is called in the compulsive silence. In if you're a little sensitive and you would seek and search and meditate quietly and calmly, reflect upon it within you, you will see you are the biggest issue. I am the biggest issue for myself. We are the biggest issue. You are the biggest issue for your life. Your memory and your imagination are the biggest assets that you have. But your memory and your imagination is eating up most of your time, wasteful activity. Just think what 10 years ago happened to me. I still remember, and I'm using my memory in the negative sense and using that biggest instrument of my life, memory and imagination, in the negative way. My thoughts, my energy, my emotion, my memory, they're my biggest assets. They're not my problem. And now it's our journey through Advaita Vedanta and through the teaching of our Gurudevas is to see how we can make them our biggest asset and utilize this life. This consciousness, how conscious have we become? Remember 2022, Alan Aspect, John Clinton and Zellinger, 3 Nobel physicists got the Nobel Prize and said this world is not real. And then they're going ahead called hard facts of consciousness and realizing they're not realizing as yet, but they're well on their way to discover what thousands of years ago our ancient rishis had discovered for us, that the consciousness is Ishvara. And mind-blowing idea through that knowledge of the consciousness tells us that the consciousness, as per Taittiriya Upanishad, is Ishvara, is Chaitanya, is God, and which is within us. In other words, that Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Satyam Jnanam Anantam is infinite. Anantam is infinite, is Brahman. Anantam. Let's take it on, understanding that Brahman is to be heard about, read about. Swami Vivekananda is talking about that man with an ideal makes 100 mistakes. A man without ideal will make 1,000 mistakes. To have an ideal and align yourself by just continuously being aware that I'm not this Jagrat state. Remember our Mandaka session. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. These are 3 stages of every human beings have every human day life. Waking hours, sleep, dream hours, and deep sleep hours. And the 4th one is the Turiya. The 4 is what is our existence. Our existence. The whole life is only this divided. Turiya is consciousness, is who we are, is the Brahman. Vivekananda is saying again and again and again, tell yourself of this highest level. And Upanishad is the one which will take you across to that world. Upanishad, hear it again and again, read it, meditate on it. You say, I know about Upanishad. Then get more clarity. Here is Isha Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad. And supposing you don't know Upanishad, okay, listen to today's wonderful digital media through YouTube and Instagram, and you can make available anything through a little box in front of you called the computer. Very soon, then it will become clear, and it would not have to wait till you become Brahmagyani. So unleashing the human potential is, we understand today, and the ancient masters is talking about, become conscious. But what are we? We are always thinking about, this is me, this little body, and this face and body and name, and we spend all our time, 50% of the time we just talked about is gone away in sleeping for most of the people and doing basic chores of the life. And the other 50% is going away just by wasteful, imaginative actions and thinking. If you are conscious, on the other hand, where you know, I'm not my mind, I'm not my body, I am the Chaitanya, Ekam Advaitam. When I know that, you will see this is the highest truth, and live your life just realizing that, becoming aware of it. Just stay aware. Aware meaning what? Just like I know I'm a man. I know I'm not a woman. I know I'm a human being. I know I'm not a donkey or a monkey. You know who you are. Same way, who you are is a human consciousness. Who you are is not a name. It's not Robbin Ghosh. That's a name and form and function. It's Advaita, only one. Now, quick understanding that Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Anantam, one word, is Brahman. Brahman means vast. Vast what? Just vast. Just vast. Vast is, it means swelling, expanding, continuously expanding without stopping through the eon, century, eternity. Continuously expanding. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is saying, Swalpa mapayasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. A little bit of this knowledge will take away all your fear. Then why aren't we marching towards it? And all we are doing is worrying. There's a beautiful statement which is often mentioned in the Sanskrit, Chinta Chita ki sakshaya. Chinta Chita ki samakshaya. Chinta is like cheetah. Cheetah is in which we burn our body as Indian Hindus. Cheetah burns the dead body. But Chinta, worry, is like cheetah but burns the live body. Anxiety, fear, and this equivalent to this burning fire of the cheetah. Now, Brahman literally means just vast. Vast what? Three types. Desha, Kala, Vastu. Desha is space. Kala, time. Vastu, object. Desha is space. Vast space. Vast. No limit. That is infinite, what we are talking about, in three columns. In space, in time, and an object. Understand and keep it in your awareness. I am aware. Yes, I use my body and the name and the form. Yes, they are my imaginations and memory. I utilize them as my application, just like a mobile or a computer uses it. Now try and understand this. What does that simple word Anantam means? It means, which means vast. Vast. Brahman is vast, which is Anantam. What is that Anantam is? Space, time, and object. Space. Vast, when I say, it got no limit. But if I say vast America, vast India, vast Australia, China, Russia. Russia is the largest country in the world, largest space-wise. It means after that, there is something else. The moment is a vast America, after that there is Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Mexico, Canada. Vast India, there is Tibet, there is Sri Lanka, there is Indian Ocean and Himalaya. Like that it goes on to continue after. So the moment you put a name after vast, it gets limited. The moment you remove the date, there is no limit. And Brahman means that vast, which means as per definition has no limit. No limit, which means it is omnipresent. If I say I'm limited in space, I'm sitting here. I'm not sitting at your place. You're sitting there. You're not sitting in America. Unless you are listening to me from America. Meaning you're limited by space. But if you are not limited by space, then you are existing where? Everywhere. Omnipresent. Brahman, as per definition, is no limit of space because it is just vast. And that is by definition of Brahman. Of space, next object is time. Time. Everything has got a beginning and an end. It's Kala. Kala, Samay, time. Beginning and an end. There is a beginning of creation and there is end of destruction. Now, anything that you can think of has got a beginning, has got an end. Supposing something doesn't have a beginning and end, that means wherever, whatever time you talk about Brahman, you cannot put a tombstone to Brahman and say born so and so time, died so and so time. You know, we all have tombstones. Those of you who are Christians or Muslims, and put a stone in your birth time and date, whichever religion you are. There are put beginning, end, creation, destruction. Brahman has no limit. You cannot put a beginning and end. In other words, it is Anantam, means it is no time limit. Nityam, always present, everywhere. Notice, no space limit, omnipresent. Brahman is, as per Taittiriya Upanishad, is Ishvara, is God, omnipresent, everywhere, all the time. Nityam, all the time, two places. Now, in other words, the Brahman is not limited by what Krishna says, Jatasya dhruvo mrityu. Anything which is born, it will be dying. Brahman is never born, never dead. So, humorously, a Swami in Himalaya used to say that our human life is a journey, is a dash between womb to tomb, from being conceived to leaving the body. It's the journey. Another monk in the Himalayas say, "Tum jano ya nahi jano, tum mano ya nahi mano, tum hi Ram." You are that Brahman, you are that Rama. So, you cannot put any date, you cannot put any space limit. Now comes a very interesting object called object limit. Object limit. Object limit meaning anything, it has got a limited existence. Meaning not time wise, but it is only that and nothing else. Let's say this cup. It means it is only that mug. It cannot be this table. Table cannot be computer. Computer cannot be light. And this is how it is rolling by. Is called object limit. Supposing there is something which has got no object limit. Think, computer cannot be table because it has got an object limit. Table cannot be that mug because mug has got an object limit. But it has got no limit. Brahman has no limit of object. In other words, it is in everything. And this is what you mean is Ishvara is in everything. Now, Brahman is omnipresent, Anantam, Advaitam. No limit is not two, is only one, is Advaitam. So, Anantam is not, Advaitam is not two. So, omnipresent, Sarvavyapi, Anantam, always present, and Advaitam, not two. Not two, only one. And this whole universe is only one. And as per Upanishad, Mandakya Upanishad is saying that is consciousness. That consciousness is permeating everywhere in this universe, everything. That consciousness is very powerful. So when you and I are talking about unleashing the human potential, everybody thinks I'm the biggest problem. And that biggest problem is my body, my name, my imagination, my just thinking. Whereas your imagination and its biggest power. But being powerful, it means get connected to that consciousness which you are. Remember, we are Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti and Turiya, which is the fourth. Turiya, fourth is the consciousness. We are that consciousness, we are that light. These are the three. The Turiya powers. If you're not conscious right now, you cannot see me and hear me. If you're not conscious in your dream, you cannot remember the dream, you will not see the dream. Anything which is happening in the dream, those people, those things in the dream are getting power as per Upanishadic description is because of consciousness. But where is that consciousness in the people that you are dreaming? Have you realized that before the dream you are there? During the dream you are there. And after the dream you are there. Who's that you? That you is that consciousness. That consciousness is there in waking, in dreaming. Imagine if I'm unconscious, if I'm in coma, I can't see the world. I can't talk to you, do anything, learn anything, eat anything, enjoy anything. I have to be conscious. So that consciousness is the power, is the energy, which how compulsive we are in our life is how conscious we are. And this is the secret of our success today. Become aware. Consciousness is aware. We are aware. We are aware that I'm talking, I'm listening. We are aware that I am this age, I'm this man, I'm this position, I'm this woman, I'm this mother, I'm the father. But we are not aware of our awareness. We are not conscious of our consciousness. This, once you get the conscious about the consciousness, then you will realize that you can do anything. As per Vedanta, this consciousness has created this universe. Everything in this universe is because of consciousness, by the consciousness, and sustained by the consciousness. That consciousness is you. And that is why we say Tat Tom Asi Mahavakya in Vedanta. Aham Brahmasmi. Brahman is that consciousness, is Ishvara. And that is what you and I are. So our journey today is to become aware all the time. Through the meditative state, know that. On Sunday, I will continue to explain how, if it is so, Brahman is everywhere, then you might like to ask, okay, Brahman is everywhere, Brahman is everything. Show me Brahman God in this cup. I will explain to you and show it to you. It's not complicated. It is beautifully explained in Upanishad, and only thing, we have been ignorant about it. Let's take on the journey. Think about some good questions and let's do some, what Vivekananda says, Uttishtata Jagrata and Chadaivati. Do not stop till the going goes on. There is a beautiful story, it reminds me to share with you. Two monks came from the monastery and they were going to the village. They went to the village, they served the villagers, looked after the sick, the poor people, took care of them, cooked food for the old, and like that they spent the day, and now they're going back to their monastery in the evening. When they came, they had to cross a river. When they came, the river could be crossed, water is about neck deep. And you have to cross. Those days, the boat guy is there, the boatman takes you. Boatman not there, you have to cross. When they came, there were no boatman. And they found that suddenly one young lady is standing there, young girl, and she can't cross because there is no boatman. So she's waiting patiently, thinking a boatman will come. The lady asked these two monks, would you please help me, sir, to go across to the other side? The older monk, younger monk looked at each other. The older monk said, we would love to help you, ma, but I can't help you because we are not allowed to touch women. The younger monk said, it's okay, sir. It's okay, ma'am. Come, ma, I will help you. So he helped her to sit on her shoulder and he walked her across to the other side, put her down on the bank, and all along the older monk was fuming. How can this monk carry a woman on her shoulder? And then both of them returned. The older monk didn't talk to the younger monk. And after they go, he goes and reports to the ashram guru. Do you know, he has done what? He carried a woman today. The old monk asked him, call the younger monk. The younger monk came. He said, is it true that you carried a young woman today? He said, yes, sir. But I have put her down long time back in the bank in the river. It looks like my colleague, older monk, is still carrying her with her. What are you and I carrying in our mind with our imagination and memory? Jai Guru. Reflect.